Welcome to Void Contemplation Tactics, a 15-minute mindfulness experience combining video art, guided meditation, and heavy mellow sounds. This episode features excerpts from a live improvisational performance by Mary Lattimore and Ornament. We'll also hear a selection from the Tao of Physics by Fritjof Capra. My name is Daniel Buckmaster Chamberlin, aka Cosmic Chambo, and I'm here as a Kalyana Mita, or spiritual friend. I'm not a Dharma teacher, and I don't present myself as a healer. I'm just here to share some of the things that I've learned while exploring the practice of Zazen, or sitting meditation, over the last 20 years. I encourage you to explore at your own pace, to see what makes sense for your particular set and setting. You might think of this experience as an art museum tour. I have a path in mind and some things that I'd like to point out about the works we'll encounter along the way. But you all have a good idea of where we're headed. If something catches your attention, please take however much time you like to explore at your own pace. Find the practice that works for your mindset as it is today, in the setting where you're listening to these sounds. Zazen can be approached as a way of understanding our body's relationship with gravity, taking a moment to pause and focus on our breath, and notice how our physical forms are affected by this fundamental force. We're seeking a meditation posture that gives us a sense of rootedness in the space in between earth and sky. One way to do this is to cross our legs and elevate our pelvis slightly above our knees. You can use a cushion, bench, or blanket, creating a base for our body, a triangle formed between your knees and your backside. You can also sit in a chair or use other props. Assume whatever form your body needs today. As Zen Master Sung-san says, true meditation practice is certainly not dependent on being able to maintain some formal sitting posture for great lengths of time. Once you've situated yourself, let your hands rest on your knees and bring your attention to your breath. As you inhale, feel the air from the world around you flowing into your mouth and nostrils, traveling down your windpipe. Let the breath be your guide. As the Earth's atmosphere fills your lungs, notice how they expand and push through their sacs of protective fluid against the hard lines of your ribcage. See if you can feel the way this movement affects all of the interconnected parts of your body. Let your low back curve gently inward as your chest swells with the influx of oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide, and water vapor. As you exhale, let your body relax into the space left behind by the outflow. Feel the carbon dioxide drifting out of your mouth to mix into the microclimate around your head. Feel the bones, muscles, and blood that fills your arms, and release that mass to the direction of gravity, letting its weight give your shoulders a gentle stretch. Continue to pay attention to the information provided by your respiration. Let your form follow the guidance of your breath. When you're ready, release your hands from your knees and let them fall naturally, perhaps resting them in your lap, letting the back of one hand settle into the palm of the other. You can let your eyelids close completely or leave them open. Our practice is not about adhering to a specific posture. It is about finding a good vantage point for watching our minds. As you continue to breathe, ask yourself the question, what is this moment? There is no right or wrong answer to the question. The question is not, why are we here? Or what comes next? The question is, what is this moment? What is here in the now? We can find one answer to this question by following the breath and becoming aware of its many qualities. There's nothing to get and nothing to figure out. There's just this moment of ultimate reality and the full spectrum of interconnected perceptions that come with it. The feeling of respiration, the sense of the space where you find yourself, all of the sensations that are constantly manifesting through your body. Greet the external atmosphere at your nostrils and mouth. Follow all of the sensations that arise as it moves inside you. The accumulation of moisture and warmth from the protective fluids, the saliva, mucus, and blood that flows through these gates to your internal biome. Follow this humidified mixture of gases down your windpipe and into your lungs, where the oxygen is exchanged through alveoli for the carbon dioxide that you are now exhaling back into the space around you. What is this moment? Each cycle of respiration is an answer. Continue following the sensations as the external atmosphere penetrates deeper into your body, passing through the blood-air barrier, the oxygen from the world around you entering your bloodstream and flowing throughout your form, sustaining the foundations of your microbiome, supporting the billions of bacteria, fungi, and microanimals that call your body home. What is this moment? The answer can be found in the flow of the breath, the flow of your blood, the constant erosion of imaginary binaries, dispelling the illusion of fragmentation, breaking down the borders between self and other. When words and other thoughts arise, let them flow through you like the breath. Release the names of the feelings as you release your breath, removing the filter of conceptual thinking. Just as you are aware of the physical sensation of air moving through your respiratory system, notice the feelings that thoughts leave as they pass through your mind. If you're feeling exhausted, don't use the word exhausted. Recognize the sensations that suggest this concept, the physical stimuli that trigger that signifier, the turbulence in your belly, tightness in your neck, heaviness in your heart, or restless energy in your legs. Let go of the story, let go of the thoughts, and just for now, release the urge to diagnose. Language only hints at the depth of sensation that we already know in this space before thinking. This practice is an opportunity to remain present for the sensations in your body without judgment, to be open to the extraordinary awareness of ultimate reality, without puzzling over whether or not your experience is good or bad, right or wrong. This is life as it is, the one thing we can always rely on. All of the pieces of now together in undifferentiated unity. The question is, what is this moment? And the answer is the perpetual infinity of sensation that can never be adequately expressed in words.
Most individuals are aware of themselves as isolated egos, existing inside their bodies. Each individual has been split up further into separate compartments, according to their activities, talents, feelings, beliefs, etc. This inner fragmentation mirrors our view of the world as outside, which is seen as a multitude of separate objects and events. The natural environment is treated as if it consisted of separate parts, to be exploited by different interest groups. The fragmented view is further extended to society, which is split into different nations, races, religious, and political groups. The belief that these fragments, in ourselves, in our environment, and in our society, are really separate can be seen as the essential reason for the present series of social, ecological, and cultural crises. In contrast to the mechanistic Western view, the Eastern view of the world is organic. All things and events perceived by the senses are interrelated, connected, and are but different aspects or manifestations of the same ultimate reality. Our tendency to divide the perceived world into individual and separate things, and to experience ourselves as isolated egos in this world, is seen as an illusion which comes from our measuring and categorizing mentality. When the rational mind is silenced, the intuitive mode produces an extraordinary awareness. The environment is experienced in a direct way, without the filter of conceptual thinking. The experience of oneness with the surrounding environment is the main characteristic of this meditative state. It is a state of consciousness where every form of fragmentation has ceased, fading away into undifferentiated unity.
Continue to watch as the external atmosphere and your internal atmosphere intermingle to become one. Let sensations of the present moment flow into your body, and let the names of those sensations flow out of your mind. Thank you for joining me in this virtual meditation space, for taking the time to fade away for a few moments into undifferentiated unity. This is Cosmic Chambo, sending you back to the provisional realm of names and forms, with a reminder that there is no understanding of stillness without the experience of true frenzy, that the road to the Jubilee often meanders through geographies of sufferation, and that once in a while, you get shown the light in the strangest of places if you look at it right. If you have questions or comments, you can find me online everywhere at Cosmic Chambo.